It's like being a lion tamer. You've got to get your chair in front of the lion. Now, if you start shaking, fucking lion will just jump right over the chair and eat you. If you want trouble, wait till the end of the show, come in the dressing room, and I'll punch your fucking head in. Big fat fella fucking grabs me, and he's running down his barge to throw me off the fucking boat. I'm not telling lies. Every one of these fucking stories is true.
Sorry, Keith. I want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, Gold Seal. I use their products every single day, and now I finally get to work with them. I use their products for anti-inflammatory, reduced anxiety, better sleep, and mental clarity. I'm going to put a link to their website in the description, along with a 10% discount code for you to take advantage of. Go and have a look at their website, see if there's anything in there for you. I hope you enjoy this week's episode, and good health. Frankie, welcome.
How you doing, mate?
All the better for you being here. Now, I've been waiting for this moment for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So you're known as the UK's most feared comedian.
Feared.
And anybody that has seen Frankie's video that went viral of him absolutely ripping in to the crowd. I mean, the last time I checked, it was over 20 million views.
Yeah.
So people will know exactly why you're the UK's most feared comedian. And I bet they can't wait to watch this episode and find out more about you. But before we go back to the beginning and we get your full life story, because I want to know who inspired you, little trigger points. But I want to just quickly touch base on what you think has happened to comedy current day.
Yeah, well, I think personally it's quite sad, really, that what's happened to comedy. There are not really that many kind of mainstream comedians left. During the 70s, 80s, this alternative kind of comedy came in. They kind of took over to a great extent on the TV, on the television. You know, people, these comedy clubs sprouted up. And really, in my view anyway, I don't really regard it as comedy. I think it's fucking rubbish. It's terrible. Absolutely horrendous. And you see people on the TV that have come up through these kind of comedy clubs. I watch them and I'm trying to say to myself, looking for something funny. And I can't see anything. And some of these people have become multi-millionaires through doing this act on a TV with gags that you wouldn't read from a Christmas cracker. There's people who are huge names, I could mention them, but I won't, on a television, big stars. You literally wouldn't allow them to entertain 4 or 5 fucking kids at a birthday party. They're that bad. It's absolutely horrendous what has happened to comedy in the UK. You know, we're censored. You've got to be very careful what you say. You can't say this, you can't say that. That could be viewed as homo. You've got a very narrow window of what you can speak about to do traditional comedy.
Mm.
It's weird, it's strange. I never dreamed it would happen. But it's happened. It's happened in my lifetime.
Yeah, it breaks my heart. Growing up on Jim Davidson, Jimmy Jones, Bernard Manning, Roy Chubby Brown, Mike Reid.
Mike Reid, brilliant.
Unbelievable.
Brilliant.
And they're just never, ever going to come back again. Your style of comedian, which is raw and actually funny, for my money, needs to come back. But the way things are going, when you said alternative comedy was creeping in, are you talking about sort of more PC and woke?
The PC and woke, it started off, I think, with Ben Elton. He was one of the very first kind of alternative comedians come on. And he kind of he was the guy responsible. Benny Hill had to retire, didn't he? Because he was complaining on shows about Benny Hill and it could lead to girls being molested. All this business, it's just snowballed into, you know, to be a comedian, a mainstream comedian now, and to swear, to be blue. It's like being a spy in the war. You're kind of undercover. But don't get me wrong, there's a huge market for it now. And there's millions of people literally all over the UK who aren't very popular, you know, who want to watch that kind of comedy because they've been starved of it for years. They haven't been able to see it. It's not been available to them. You know, kids have grown up and they've looked at the telly and they've seen this fella come around and gone, yes, I was in the Asda the other day. This is a real routine somebody fucking did. I was in the Asda and I said to this fella, excuse me, can you tell me where the bin bags are? And he said, follow me. So I followed him and the bin bags were there. Ah! What the fuck in the name of God is that? And these are people who are very successful on TV. And there's good comedians who are out there, have been working for years, who can't get anywhere because it's so slanted against the working class comedian. It's all student union, snobby, middle class comedy. They don't live in the real world. I live in the real world. You live in the real world. You've had a lot of guests on here who've been friends of mine, you know, kind of like Joe Egan, Marvin Herbert, all these people, a lot of your guests, they're living in the real world. These people have got this kind of sanitized view of comedy. They're dissecting everything anybody says, trying to trap them. They're hovering like fucking vultures over comedians, watching everything they say to see if there's anything that they interpret, not me or you or the public, that they interpret as being, you know, kind of homophobic, sexist, racist, whatever, so they can censor you. It's very difficult.
What comedians did you watch back in the day that really got you going?
Well, Bernard Manning and Chubby Brown, obviously, but I used to watch Bob Monkhouse, and he was very funny, Bob Monkhouse. A lot of people, if you remember Bob Monkhouse, he was very blue as well when he did his shows on the TV. He did a lot of TV work. He was very clean and whatever, did a lot of game shows. And I actually met Bob Monkhouse when I did Bob Says Opportunity Knocks in 87, the first time I went on a TV. But apart from them, I've kind of like developed my own style, if you know what I mean. I found out, discovered a few years ago, or many years ago, 25, 30, 40 maybe years ago, that if I pick on people, I can say something to somebody, really kind of what you say is offensive, and it gets a fucking big roar, a big laugh. I really don't know why. I go out, and I go out now, you know, having a go at people. Look at the fucking head on him. You're fucking ugly, aren't you, mate? I believe when you're a fucking baby, even the incubator had tinted windows. And I'm not scared to have a go at women. Why should they be kind of like in a reserved fucking place? You know, I have a go at women. A girl walks past, fucking hell, love. Even the tide wouldn't take you out. I'm having a go at everyone and anyone. But thank God, I'm kind of the only one, although I say it myself, that can go to that level of insult, picking on people, savaging people in the audience, and still make it funny. I'll give you an example. I worked with a comedian, this was kind of like in the 90s, about 94, 95, doing a show. This fellow called Arnie Davis, and I think he lived up in Manchester or Huddersfield or whatever, and he was really kind of like northern, you know, Manchester or Yorkshire. And he come up to me at this show. We were on with these strippers, and he was MCing, but he worked as a comic himself. And he went, Frankie, can I have a word with you? I said, what is it? He said, you come out tonight. He said, there's some fucking big lads there, he said. You picked on the biggest fella in the middle, and you said, I've seen you hanging around children's playgrounds. How do you get away with it? I said, just do it. But why does it get a big laugh? So I said, it just gets a laugh for me, because it seems to suit me. I can say things like that to people, and they just start laughing. So he went, do you mind if I do it? I said, what do you mean? Can I do some of your material? Because I'd like to go out and say to someone, I've seen you hanging around children's playgrounds. So I said, you're welcome to do it if you think you can get away with it.
Yeah, good luck.
So he rang me, and he said to me, Frankie, I'm working in Liverpool soon. I'm on a Highfield Tenants Club. And anyone in Liverpool will know, between Old Swan and High, it's fucking a bit rough, you know, and there was some tasty lads in there. So he said, I'm on with 4 strippers. It was a stag night. In the 90s, all stag nights every afternoon, Friday afternoon in Manchester, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, you go to Yorkshire. You were working every night of the fucking week, but always with strippers if you're a blue comedian. So he said, I want to try some of your stuff out, Frank. And he was going, I'll never forget. He said, do you mind, Frankie? Now, can I write this down? Just the first 5 minutes of your material. What is it? And I said, well, just walk out and say, point to someone and say, I've seen you hanging around the children's playground. You know, it's that fucking rough in here. You said to a little girl, would you like a sweet love? And she said, show your dick first. It's that fucking rough. So he went, okay. So he said, I'll do that. Anyway, I found out a couple of days later, one of the lads was telling me, he said, Frankie, did you hear about the comedian? It went on the Highfield Tenants Club. I said, what happened? I said, was it Arnie? And he went, yeah, that's him, the Manchester lad. I said, what happened? He said, he came out, he was on with the strippers, and he came out. It was fucking even, about 400 lads. And he mentioned this fella's name, he was a bit of a maniac, you know. And he pointed at him, and he said, Eddie, he said, got his name, he said, I've seen you hanging around children's playgrounds. He said, the fella just jumped up and banged him and just knocked him out. He said that was it. He never went on after that. I just knocked him out. Then he's ringing me, but Frankie, how come no one hits you? And I said, well, I don't fucking know, really. I think it's just the way I look. I've always looked like a bit tough, like a bit of a gangster. Maybe when you know, a gag, when you tell a joke in your mind, if I said to you a gag, I've studied this, a guy done a thesis in university about it. You tell a gag, I could say to you, a mate of mine got killed yesterday. He fell into a giant silo full of muesli. A copper tried to grab him, but the currents were too strong. See? So what happens is, where currents in your brain for raisins and bacon is in one side of your brain, currents for electric shock is another, currents for water is there, different parts of your brain. When the input goes into your head, it doesn't know where to go. So a laugh is like a little seizure, really, that people have. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Because they don't know how to take what you've said.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that is it. I mean, I love a good laugh, which is why I've been looking forward to getting you on, because I am sick and tired of woke PC, self-censorship, not really letting your hair down. And you can say, I've had personal first-hand experience with the most horrendous tragedies ever. But that doesn't mean to say other people have got to stop joking about them. That's the way that we sort of heal and deal with stuff. I know that I deflect from a lot of painful experiences with humour. I think it's essential that people keep joking about things that people find offensive or are deemed taboo now.
And it's changing all the time. I thought a couple of years ago things were improving a little bit. You could get away with a little bit more, but they seem to be coming down a little bit more, you know, on speech and things. So it's very difficult. Having said that, we're selling out everywhere. We're doing great. There's a big market for it. And you find it's a great study in kind of like sociology where I've done shows. And you get young kids, 16, 17, 18, coming to the shows. And they've only been used to alternative comedian, woke comedy on the TV. So when they hear material like I do, they're fucking pissing themselves. They're howling, laughing. Whereas a few years ago, I was going into clubs and I was going on stage, doing a few gags, getting a few little laughs here and there. But what you found is the week before they had a comic on, the week before that, they may have had a comic on a Friday night. So during the late 70s, early 80s, people were spoiled for choice. They were ruined. But now, as you just pointed out, there's hardly anyone that's going around doing the kind of the comedy that I do. A lot of people, I think there's a lot of people who could still do it, but they haven't got the bottle to do it. They're frightened. They're frightened of being censored. And I'm frightened in case anyone kicks off, whereas that doesn't really bother me. I've had loads of trouble around the clubs. I've been filled in a few times, been stabbed, people threatening me and all. I've been chased out of clubs in my car, fellas coming after me, trying to run me off the road, trying to kill me, you know. I've had it all. But it doesn't really bother me. It kind of like goes with the job with me. I've always been used to that.
God, you know what? Which way do I go now? Because there's so many things I want to ask you, but we're going to take it back and we're going to come to all that meat and gravy down the line. So let's go back. What was your upbringing like in Liverpool? What, your parents, brothers, sisters?
Yeah. Well, my mum and dad, you know, a good working class family, got good brothers and sisters, a sister and all that, you know, sadly passed away. But probably like a lot of lads in the UK, we didn't have a lot of money. We were kind of struggling. And like everywhere else probably in the UK, when you're a young man, you go into school, all the lads are having a laugh, playground humour. And my humour hasn't really altered from when I was a kid. And I've found that because of my humour, because of my ability to tell gags and be funny, it got me out of a lot of situations, really. Whereas, you know what it was like, you know, you'd be in school and someone would say, you know, Billy Davis is going to knock fuck out of you later. He doesn't like you, you know. And a guy come up to you in a playground, you've been talking about me. Now, I could fight in school, you know, but there was a few people I didn't really want to fight, you know. So I remember this fella came up to me. He's a terrible trouble causer. And he said, Frankie, he said, yeah, you said that you'd knock fuck out of Billy Davis. And I said, I never said that. But he's going to get you. We're all going in the playground at 4 o'clock, fucking big scrap, you and him. I went, fucking hell. And I knew this fella was a big lad. I thought he's going to knock fuck out of me and going to get killed. And I didn't want it. So as we're all walking out, I saw him and I said, how are you doing it? And he went, I'm waiting for you. And I said, yeah. I said, listen, before you go, listen to this joke. And I told him a joke. And he was pissing himself. He was laughing. Then we got outside and he went, all these lads were saying, come on, start the fight, start the fight. And he went, oh, no, Frankie's a good lad. See, it got me out of a lot of trouble. So I went on from there. I started doing impressions. I used to do impressions of the teachers in the school, taking the piss out of them, ribbing people, picking on people. And that kind of like went on and on and on until I started as a comic. It was a complete accident, really, how I started as a comedian.
Did you manage to do all of your school terms without getting expelled?
Sometimes I didn't go to school. The school board used to come around, you know, you've been playing truant or sagging, we used to call it. Wouldn't go to school. But didn't get expelled, finished at school. And I got, you know, different kind of jobs. I was working at a petrol station, pumping petrol. I was on a building. Little jobs like that. But I was started as a comedian. My mate Danny Downing, who's a comedian now in Benidorm in Spain, big comedian out there. He said to me, listen, there's a club called the MA Club that's got strippers on. I've never been on stage in my fucking life. Got strippers on a Sunday lunch hour show. And it's down in Kensington, which is in London, Kensington in London, but this one's in Liverpool. And it's fucking rough. So we go down there this Sunday lunch hour and they had 4 strippers on and a comedian. And it's heaving. You know, there's about 200 lads in there. People were smoking then. Fellas sitting there with black eyes, one ear, broken fucking noses. The atmosphere was fantastic, though. It was great. The problem they had, they'd hire a comedian in for the day from out of town. And Liverpool people don't really like people who aren't from Liverpool, or they didn't do at the time. Not a rivalry. A lot of the comics used to come from Manchester, so they didn't like them. So as soon as the comic walked out on stage, they were getting heckled by the crowd. Get off. I remember this guy came on and he went, oh, I went into the tailor's the other day. I bought a... And I'm telling you, is that where you got that fucking suit from, you stupid looking... Fuck off. Anyway, so he walked off. And most of the comics had to walk off. No one ever finished. They only did 5 minutes. So the guy who was running it, the MC and the owner of the club, he got on the mic one day and said, listen, boys, you've ruined this club. You're too fucking rough. You won't listen to the comedian. I'm paying 70 quid, it was at the time. I'm paying 70 quid to get a comic in for you every week. All you're interested in the strippers. You're booing the comedians. You're threatening them. Oh, you know, you're going to fill them. Look, no more comedians. He says, so what we're going to do next week, we're going to have a joke of the week contest. Any of you bastards think you can do any better, get up, and if you can last longer than 5 minutes, the money you was going to give to the comedian, I'll pay you. Anyway, I was there the next week. Me and my mate Danny sitting there. So he said to me, Frankie, why don't you get up? I said, I fucking will. I said, let's watch this prick now. So this stupid prick got up and he went, all right, boys, fuck off, get off. Look at the fucking head on you. Fucking head like an Aberdeen turnip, you silly looking ugly. So we had to walk off. But I swear to God, first time I got on the stage, the fella gave me the mic, Liam, I just took to it like a duck to water. Jumped into the crowd, jumped off the stage, slaughtered the audience, started taking the... You couldn't hear a pin drop when I was on. I was bringing the fucking house down. I won the Joke of the Week contest in there for about 5 weeks on the run every single week. And he approached me, he said, listen, Frank, I don't want you to, you've won it too many times now. I don't want you to do it anymore. But there's a guy who'd come to see you last week who's been in touch with me. He's an agent. And he wants to book it out on the clubs, as it was then, the social clubs, as an act. And you earn some good money. So that's how I started.
Yeah, because your style of comedy is, it's certainly unique. Some would say it's extreme because, I mean, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, it's fucking funny. Yeah. But you are also putting yourself in the line of fire because, well, it's not scripted, it's off the cuff. And whoever's there at the time, they're getting it. And woe betide them if they start heckling you.
Yeah, but 99% of the time, it works. I can get bigger laughs. I'm not trying to be big-headed or whatever, blow my own trumpet. I can get bigger laughs on stage than I'd say anyone in the UK now. Only because rather than being kind of like nice and lovely to the crowd and trying to coach to entice the laughter out of them. I'm scaring them. And when someone's scared and then they realise that I'm only messing, I'm only fucking about, you get a bigger laugh. It's like a release from tension. So that's what I'm good at doing. I mean, sometimes, don't get me wrong, I've had a lot of trouble. But a lot of it hasn't been anything to do with my act. It's just been some of the places I've worked. I've worked in the roughest places. Really, places where you turn up and you go, I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there. I've been to places, been petrol bombed the night before, cars been burnt outside and the fellas are going in, fucking one eye and all that, you know. I've had a lot of trouble. So I don't regret it. You know, you find everyone's got a sense of humour. And what I used to do, if I was working in a pub in a rough area, you'd always get, I can pick him out. Who's going to kick off, who's going to cause trouble. You'd normally see someone at the bar. They look a bit shady and, you know, pissed. They were always drunk. So I'd go and confront them straight away. Not really confront them, but you can't show fear. It's like being a lion tamer. You've got to get your chair in front of the lion. Now, if you start shaking, fucking lion will just jump right over the chair and eat you. You've got to show that you're not frightened. And I've actually confronted people in a crowd, and I say it now, I say, listen, mate, yeah, if you want trouble, wait till the end of the show, come in the dressing room, and I'll punch your fucking head in. Now, I've known a few times, I've said it to fellas who I knew I couldn't fucking handle. But the psychology of it is this. They don't want to be humiliated. They don't know, you see. I could be a fucking head case. They don't know. They don't want to be humiliated in front of 500 people. I've said to people, get up on stage now then, mate, if you want to knock me out. You get fellas shouting out, I'll fucking knock you out, you're a dickhead. So I will come up here and knock me out, but they won't come up because probably think, I'll probably be able to do this then. But they don't know. And there's a little part of the brain saying, bad enough somebody chinning you and you're going down. But imagine someone, it's like getting chinned in front of your bed. But imagine getting chinned. And you go down and you're out, you know. Don't want that. But imagine doing that in front of all your mates and 400 strangers. You don't want that, do you? So look, most 99% of people, they back down.
I have never understood why somebody in the crowd would heckle a comedian that spends their life like with quick responses that would just tear you a new arsehole. Why do they do that?
All it is, a lot of fellas go out and are with their mates, they be on a night out. And it's like a dominant male thing, like a caveman thing. They're sitting there with 6 or 7 of their mates and all that. And they may be the hardest fella in the group. He might be the toughest fella in town or the toughest fella in the Northwest or the South of England or whatever. And some of them, not all of them, because I've worked with some, you know, great lads, big hard lads in the audience who've been great. Some of them, they go, oh yeah, who the fuck does he think he is? And it's a kind of thing it's like a territorial thing. In their mind, they're in control of the fucking room. They think they could do anyone in that's in this room. And I'm going on stage, oh, look at this fucking dickhead. You're the boxer, the only boxer in Manchester with a cauliflower ass. You fucking dickhead. You couldn't drag a fella off your mother. Look at you, you prick, and all this. Slagging people. Now. And 99% of people think it's great and it's a good laugh, but you get the odd one who goes, fucking, are you talking to me? You know. And they take themselves very seriously. They really believe, well, you know, I don't have to tell you, or Si, or Will. Don't have to tell anybody. There's fellas who are going round who think they are the hardest fella in it, not Britain, in the world.
The problem is, when you're heckling a comedian in the crowd and you're doing it based on the fact you think that you're the toughest man there, what they need to remember is that a good comedian is extremely intelligent. So you're going up against someone's brain.
Yeah, I've changed over the last 10 years, I'd say, with my act. I used to be kind of like, I'm ruthless, very brutal, picking on people, savaging people. That's what I'm known for. I'm proud of who I am. But I used to be kind of a little bit clever. I used to say to people, somebody's kicking off, and I'd say, excuse me, mate, don't be drinking on an empty head. See? Used to get a good laugh with that. Or, so I'd say, mate, if you're not enjoying yourself, go home and give your missus one. You may as well, everyone else is. See? Or little stuff like that. Or I used to say to people, listen, hey, mate, we're going to a party afterwards, smoking a bit of weed. I want you to come with me because I've been asked, can I bring some dope with me? See? Yeah. Yeah, but I've abandoned that now.
Why?
Because it becomes, the show is about him as well as me. Because you can lose the crowd with it. When you've got the crowd with you, it's fantastic. Everyone's laughing. They're clapping at everything you say. Once they think there's going to be a bit of trouble, everybody goes quiet. Because we've all had it. They think, is this going to come towards me? They feel a bit frightened.
So just to go back to the first time you was on stage.
Yeah.
How old was you?
20.
So 20. I mean, that's big balls for a young man to grab a mic, get on stage and do that. Where did you go after the first
Well, what happened after I'd done that gig, this agent, Don Navarro, he started getting me work. Because I could only do 20 minutes at the time, I was only a kid, he'd put me on clubs where they had a band on, they'd have a singer on, they'd have hit and assist on, they'd have about 5 acts on in one night. So when the bands were changing, you know, getting stuff off of the stage and things, they'd put me on for 10 minutes. That's where I got a lot of my experience from. But really, I'm not saying it made me, but what kind of improved me 1,000% and got me kind of where I am now was the fact that during the late 80s, they started doing a lot of stag shows with strippers all over the northwest of England. Used to go to Wales, Scotland, the Midlands, and it was all men. Now, an all-male audience for me was fantastic because I love being in the company of fellas. You can say what you want, swear as much as you want. You can be kind of offensive. You can pick on them. They think it's funny. So that's where I kind of earned my experience. Then I became resident in a club in Manchester for about 4 or 5 years, the Napoleon Inn. And that worked on a Friday afternoon. All the lads had come in from that worked in the Smithfield Market, all the lads that worked in town, fellas were on the dole. Be about 200 fellas in, and we'd have 6 strippers on. It was like New Year's Eve on a Friday afternoon. And I used to do it every fucking week. So I always had to do an hour on stage. So what I had to do was go out and try different stuff every week because I knew, although some of the lads may be a bit different, a lot of them would be the same people that were there the week before.
Would you write your own scripts?
I wrote all my own script. I used to write all the gags down in a book and rehearse. I'd rehearse in a fucking mirror with a hairbrush and time myself. You know, a lot of the clubs I used to go to, they'd say to you, yeah, great, you know, you're a comic for the evening. We want you on at 9 o'clock till 9:45. 45 minutes, a long time. And you go on, and in those days, in the 80s, a lot of the people in these social clubs, they were kind of very blue rinse, very old people. They didn't want it blue. So as soon as I couldn't help myself, as soon as I started swearing, they'd be heckling me and they'd all start talking. So, you know, I'd get dragged off stage or booed off a lot of times. Or sometimes they used to pull a curtain on me to fuck me off. pull a curtain down. And I've had fellas running on and grabbing me. And one fella put me in a headlock on a stage to get me off. We don't want to be listening to that in here and all that. So then they wouldn't pay you, see. Yeah, or they give you half the money and tell you to go home. So it was a little bit like that. So I'm very, very grateful for working with all the strippers, you know, in the blue venues that wanted stag nights on. Sometimes, I mean, don't get me wrong, they were kind of like very volatile. Sometimes there'd be trouble. It could always go off. You were always at risk of there being a big fight in the audience because it was all like proper lads, 300 or 400 lads. I mean, I remember going to a place, and I was only like 19, one of the first shows I did. And it was in a place called a Yew Tree. This is about 1988, 87. Yew Tree in Manchester on an estate called Wythenshawe. Fucking rough as fuck. We got in there, everyone's sitting there like that, all the lads waiting for the strippers. The room, it was a pub, but they had this big cabaret room and had about 400 seats. So this guy came up to me and said, Frankie, do me a favour. I said, what is it? He said, there's a fella here, he said, it's just a joke, he said, he's one of the lads. It's his birthday. I said, yeah. Will you go on and say, well, Eddie Thomas, stop babysitting. You're no good at it. And put the fucking dummy back in the baby's mouth. Little did I know, there were 2 huge families in there that knew each other, but something was going on about this babysitter and this kid. So this fella was one of these fucking egg cases, one of these families, wanted to wind up the other crowd. So I go on and go, by the way, Eddie Thomas, whatever his fucking name was, Eddie Smith, he put his hand up. And I went, Eddie, stop babies. Fucking like an explosion. The whole room blew up. They all about 50 of them all ran over to these other tables. Glasses smashing, tables going over. So I'm in the dressing room, and these strippers are going crazy. Frankie, get us out of here, Frankie, get us out of here. Calm down, we couldn't get out. There was no door into the car park. So we just had to wait. The fellas are knocking on the door. Frankie, I'm the MC, let me in, let me in. So we let this fella in, had a chair up against the door. It was really bad, it had gone, you know. Frankie, what did you say? I said, fucking hell, I just said something about the babysitter. No, two families fucking hate each other. They're accusing that crowd of interfering with it. I went, fucking joking. So now, even though that was like 30, 40 years ago, anybody gives me anything to say, no.
Nah.
No. Even if it's a birthday,
Yeah.
somebody might say, Frankie, read this birthday thing out. So-and-so's 40 today. You might be a fucking meathead, a maniac who's paranoid about getting older. So I don't read anything now. But I mean, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, even now, getting older, every fucking moment of being on stage I live for, I enjoy.
You must have toured the UK 10 times over, 100 times over.
Yeah.
Which areas were you best received and which areas were you least best received?
So when I started out, a lot of the Manchester comedians wouldn't go to Liverpool. Not that they were actually scared of going. They'd maybe go, but they'd want to know what kind of venue was it. Was it rough? Because there was so much rivalry. You're going to get heckled off the stage. A lot of the Liverpool comedians wouldn't go to Manchester. But the first time I went to Manchester, I was a fucking sensation. Because a lot of rough places in Manchester. So I walked out and I used to say, look at the fucking head on him, you fucking dickhead. And everyone's laughing. They forget straight away that you're from Liverpool. They just think it's funny. So I became very popular in Manchester more than Liverpool. Liverpool was kind of like, as rough as it is, still had this kind of like a Catholic, kind of Christian, kind of a, because we were all kind of Irish descent. A lot of places you went to, they didn't like you swearing in the clubs. But a lot of places in Manchester, you could get away with it. They loved it. And then I started going, further afield. And I learned to adjust. What you've got to do, you've got to adjust your accent. You can't be if you're too Cockney or you're too Scouse or you're too Geordie and people can't understand you, then you've got no chance. So I had to slow down a little bit, modify the way you spoke, and I was on a winner. And I found out everywhere all over the UK, British Isles really, everywhere. We worked everywhere, Ireland, Scotland, Jersey, done a lot of work in Germany for the army. Everyone's got the same sense of humour.
Have you got a favourite place?
We always do well in the northeast. Newcastle, Sunderland, they're great up there. Nottingham's great. Birmingham, we've just done Birmingham. Fantastic crowd. But I always knew, in the 90s really, when the agents used to just send you to a job, you didn't know where you were going. I couldn't pick where I wanted to work like I can now. They just send you a card and you'd go, fucking hell, where's this? What the fuck's this? Halifax, I'm going to Halifax. And I'd be driving up there and I go, fucking hell. Oh my God, what are they going to be like up here? But then when I found out the address, I'm driving into a council estate. Now, once I seen a few houses boarded up and a few dogs in the street and a couple of smackheads, I knew it was going to go well. You know what I mean? Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
And I get to the fucking club, be corrugated iron outside. Fellas all outside, ugly fellas smoking with no shirts on. So I knew I'd bring the house down. You know what I mean?
Tell me about some of the backlash that you've had from your...
I've had a lot of trouble. I'll tell you today because I want to be open today. But I don't really publicise all the trouble that I've had. I've had a lot of trouble over the years with my act and just with working in very, very rough places. Because what happened when I first started, at the time, the comedians that were on the TV and the comedians, the agents, they had the stranglehold on all the work that they put into these clubs. They didn't want anyone to swear. They didn't want anyone like me. So if a job came into an agent that was rough, a rough pub or a rough club that nobody else would do, they'd say, put Frankie in there. It was food and drink to me. I used to go down great with them because I'm only a spitting sawdust lad myself, so I know the way they think. They like you taking the piss out of them. So I used to go down very well. So with the agents kind of like wouldn't give me any of the real work that earned the good money at the time in the prestige venues. They'd only put me in like real horrible dives. But it worked for me. It got all my experience. I could work anywhere. And you could probably... I've been in places. I went with a mate of mine to one place in Manchester once. And he's a bit of a lad, a boxer and all. He could look after himself. And he went, come in, he went, fuck this, Frank. He went, fuck this. I said, what's up with you? Fuck, no. No, he said, I'll wait in the car. You know, he said...
Cheers, mate.
I said, okay. I went on, and they were great, a little bit of a scuffle in the corner. But I'm so used to it, you see. A lot of comics that go on stage. If anything happens in the crowd, if there's a fight in the crowd, or someone tries to film me in, they'd walk off. I know comics who've done it. They'd run into the dressing room, and they'd phone the police, and they'd be shaking. I don't give a fuck. I just carry on. Have a laugh over it. You can make it funny. I'll say, fuck it, and it's rough in here, innit? If you had a quiz night in here, the first question would be, who are you fucking looking at? And the crowd would laugh. So I'd have them. But I have had a lot of very, very narrow escapes from trouble. I've nearly been killed a couple of times.
Who the fuck are you looking at?
That was a quiz night. Yeah, quiz night. And the first prize was an alibi for a fortnight, you know. So, yeah, it can be very... It can be very fucking airy. I've had a lot of fellas, and I'm going to tell you some stories now, things that have happened to me. And you can ask Will, I'm not telling lies. Every one of these fucking stories is true.
Sorry, Keith.
Which one are you laughing at?
Fucking first question on a pub quiz. Who the fuck are you looking at? Fucking hell. Give me 2 seconds, Keith, because otherwise you'll be telling me about the time you got filled in. I'll fucking still be laughing. Go on, so you've been filled in before?
Been filled in a few times, been stabbed up and that. If someone comes into a show and they haven't been there since the beginning, so they don't know what kind of comic I am, and they're coming in out the crowd, and I insult them straight away, because anybody that walks past me, I don't, even if it's, you know, God forbid, my own, anybody walks past, I'll have a go at them. That's me. I can't help myself. So anybody that comes in, I'll have a go at. And sometimes they don't realise even that it's a comedy show. They'll know I'm on the stage or whatever, but I really insult people. Now, we were on a show in Liverpool a few years ago, and it was a boxing show. Anyway, so I'm on stage. So this fella came in, and he was about 60 odd or something like that, grey hair and all that. So straight away, everybody could see him coming in, the way the door was over there. So everyone in the place just looked, because he's coming through the door, made a bit of a noise. Everyone looked. So I said to him, hey, mate, this isn't the fucking shortcut to the crematorium, you dying bastard. He went, yeah. So he just looked at me, he looked shocked, you know. I said, yeah, mate, get yourself fucking ready. They're feeding the horse. They're feeding the fucking horse to drag you to the creme, you dying bastard. So he just looked at me, and I could see this fella's fucking hasn't took this very well. And I said, get him a drink, but don't get him any whiskey. He'll see enough spirits next year. See? So all of a sudden, he ran towards the stage, and I could see straight away he was a bit of an ex-boxer. And the way that he got in the ring, I knew he was a boxer, see. Straight in. Like Joe Frazier. You would have thought it was Muhammad Ali getting in the ring. You know the way he lifted? I used to have trouble how to get in the fucking ring, because he was a boxer, straight in the fucking ring. So he just runs up to me, I'm on the mic, and he goes, fuck off, like that. Big left hook like that. I just ducked. I got out of the way of it, and I just jumped on and got him in a headlock. But he was strong, fucking strong fella. So I've still got a mic in the other hand, I've got him in the left hand. So he's going round. And he's trying to hit me. So we're going round in a circle. So all the lads are shouting out, fucking twat him, Frankie. Fucking hit him. Or the whole crowd. And I'm going, where's the bouncers? They were just watching. And he's going, and he's starting to fucking hit me in the back. You know, I've got him in the headlock, he's hit me in the fucking back. Anyway, in the end, the doorman came along, got in the ring, dragged him away. But I've had a lot of that, you know what I mean? And I've had to go on stage where I've had to go with somebody, and they've gone, wait till you fucking come off, I'm going to fucking kill you. Every now and then you'll get someone who's waiting for you. We done a club, Will was with me.
Will's your son?
Yeah, Will's my son, yeah. And he's been manager, yeah, and script writer, everything, he's great. Now, we were up in this club, and because just like yourself, you're one of the lads, you've seen a bit of trouble in your life and whatever, so you're kind of used to it. You get like a sixth sense, don't you? I just know when it's fucking going to go off, you know what I mean? So I can avoid it in a lot of cases. But sometimes I've been kind of caught out. We done this place in North Wales with 2 strippers. And it was got to be 15, 20 years ago. So I'm on stage, and it was a mine in town. I can't remember the fucking name of it. Went down very well. So it came off, and as we're coming off, this big fat fella standing there at the door. And he went, all right, Frankie. And he went, good job you never spoke to me like that. So I said, oh, why's that? He went, and he said to his mate, tell him. He went, I'll tell you why you wouldn't speak to him like that, Frankie. That's Gwyn. See, I was always fucking Clint Eastwood. He had a fight with Phil Roberts. I was, oh, yeah, great. He was, I was always one of the craze, you know. And I said, oh, Phil Roberts. So I'm winding his dickhead up, you know, go, oh, you've got to be careful with Phil. So he goes, he said, and I'm looking at it, and I thought, stupid fat c***. I looked at him, and you just know, don't you? I said, fucking leave you for dead, you stupid fat twat. So I said, listen, mate, you're a fucking dickhead. So he went, who are you talking to? I'll kill you. So I said, fuck off. So he just walked out with the strippers. Got in the car. Anyway, the next thing is about 10 fellas came out. And it was that long ago, on my car I had an aerial. Remember the aerials for the radio?
Yeah.
So this snaps the aerial, and the girls are screaming, Frankie, don't get out the car, don't get out the car. I said, fuck it. I said, wound the window down. I said, what did you do that for? So this fella tries to chin me through the window, through the open window. See, it wasn't a fat fella. Someone else then, one of his mates, tried to hit me. So he missed me anyway. So I'm pushing the fucking door to try and get out at this fella. And they're dragging me in, the girls. Frankie, there's too many of them, there's too many of them. I said, okay. Wound the window up. We start driving. Fucking off. So we're driving. We're driving down this country lane. Middle of Wales, pitch black, like a B road. You could only get one car down it. Fucking cows either. There's a middle. They had no idea where we were. So I'm just driving down. One of the girls goes, Frankie, here's those lads. So here they are in this fucking car behind us. About 20 fellas in a fucking car chasing me. So we're going down this road. And fucking hell, what's going on here? I thought we could get done in here. We're in the middle of nowhere. So I looked at me fucking petrol. I went, you are fucking kidding me. The orange light, no petrol, running out of petrol, the fucking light was nearly taking my eye out. I thought, for fuck's sake, I could run out of petrol here. So my bottle's gone. So I can't fight them all. I'll get fucking killed and the girls will get done in as well. So I'm driving. So I started increasing my speed a little bit. Going faster and faster and faster. We're going up this fucking hill. So I thought, once I get over this hill, 100 miles an hour down the other side, fuck off. So up the hill, they're still chasing me in the middle of nowhere. And then they come right up to me before we got there and he bumped the back of me. I knew he meant business then. It wasn't just coincidence they were behind us, trying to run me off the road. And the girls are screaming. So I fucking hell. Anyway, got to the other side of the hill. We're going down the hill, put my foot fucking right down. It was like a fairground ride because I turned all the lights off. Didn't really could see where we were going. Had a good idea. The girls are screaming, no! Screaming like, right down here, come up the other side and all that. Thought we'd got away from them. Anyway, 10 minutes later, they're back behind us again. I thought, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So anyway, I saw the lay-by. So pulled up at the lay-by. I don't really remember, in the 80s, they used to have these things in your car called crew clocks. You could, like a metal thing, and you put it over your steering wheel in case someone tried to pinch your car. Mm-hmm. And the girls are screaming, what have you stopped for? What are you stopped for? I said, fuck this, I'm not having this anymore. So I got a crew clock out, and they're just coming round a bend. And as they're coming round a bend, I went, both hands right there. So the crew clock smashes the window that they're driving. And they went right through a fucking edge and into a field. So I got back in the car. I said, fuck them. I was gone, you know. Fuck them. I'll run them all over. My head was gone. So the girls were going, oh, Frankie, thank God, thank God. So we're driving down the road. The next thing is like a horror film. They're coming after us with no fucking glass in the window. I went, no, what the fuck's this? Anyway, wherever we got somewhere near Chester and the road was a bit lit up. I've never been so glad to see the police in my life. Got to this roundabout, there's some police sitting in a fucking police car, waiting for drunk drivers and all that. I drove right up to the police as though they were my fucking cousins. And he said, what's up? I said, they're trying to kill us, they're fucking chasing us. Fucking police chased them. I think they got him, I don't know. We just fucked off then. So it's made me not paranoid, but very, very careful. And I'd like to think...
Hyper-vigilant and aware.
Yeah, hyper-vigilant. we'd done a show up in, I'm not sure if it was Sunderland or somewhere, and we're on the stage, but a doorman come in. Good lads, all badged up and all that, big meatheads and all that, good lads. And we have what we call, a briefing with them before I go on, and we'll explain to them, don't allow anybody to film, no photography, no one is to record Frankie, obviously, for obvious reasons, in case you say something, or even the material, don't want anyone else to use it. So the bouncers are talking, and this fella goes, yeah, Frankie, Peter, mention his fucking name, Peter Reynolds is in here. I said, well, who is he? What is it? He went, he's been done for murder twice. He got away with it. He said he's a fucking maniac. He said he was causing trouble at the box office. Didn't want to pay. I don't pay anywhere, he said. And it's my dad's birthday. He said, I'll kill everyone in here. And I'll kill your doorman and all that, So they were scared. I went, it's all right. Anyway, I didn't see him come in. I didn't know who he was. So on the stage, the telling gags is going down great. So he stands up, and he's a fucking ugly this fella. I didn't know it was him. Very ugly. So I said, he looked like a fucking alien. So I started going on the mic. We mean you no harm. We mean you no harm. And I was going, open your mind, Mr. Quaid. Total recall. So he starts shouting out, hey, you, and all this was this fucking big gangster. I didn't know it was him. I said, fuck off, you ugly Anyway, so he's still going on. I'm having a bit of go with him. So then the lads come in at half time. Okay, now, Frankie, the bottles are gone, That was fucking Peter Thingy, the gangster. I said, listen, mate. I said, it is who it is. Fuck him. Anyway, come to the end of the night, and these bouncers couldn't wait to get home. He'd gone, this gangster fella had gone home. All the crowd had gone. Just me and Will in the dressing room with his doorman. So we're talking to him. So I could see this fella's bottle was gone. He was going, anyway, Frankie, nice working with you. I'll see you again, mate. See you again, see you again. It's only about 10:30. I said, you're okay. See you again. So straight away, I thought, this prick will be in the car park waiting for me, see. So I said to Will, I'll go and get the car. It was on the other side of the car park, but I didn't want him coming out with me, see, if this fella was waiting. So I'll go and get the car. It's in the car park. I'll bring it round to the front door, just jump in the door. And a bit changed, so I put my hood off like that. So I'm walking, and standing by the car, saw this fella. I thought, there he is. He's waiting for me. See? And he's got a fucking, like, this thing on, like a hood as well, you see. And he's just standing there like that. So I'm walking up, and I went, hey, you I'll fucking kill you. I said, there'll be nothing left of you. I'll strangle you. I'm going to kill you. I'll rip your face off, and I'm fucking screaming and all that. And when I got up to him, this fella was standing. I didn't see him. Standing behind these railings. He wasn't really close to my car. And he went, I'm sorry, pal. I'm waiting for the bus. It wasn't him. It was just a fella waiting for the bus.
Oh, fuck.
I went, oh, sorry, mate. Oh, he said, I've never heard nothing like that in my life. He said, I'm just waiting for the number 17. I went, fucking hell. I said, I thought you were someone else.
You can get it wrong sometimes.
You can get it wrong sometimes. But other times you get it right. Now, we did a show in Liverpool a couple of months ago. And Will said to me, he came in the dressing room, all the doormen were there, about 500 people there. So he said, Dad, there's a dickhead in the crowd. I said, what do you mean? He said, he's snarling. I said, what do you mean? He said, he's just fucking snarling at everyone. He said, he'd been causing fucking murder downstairs over a buffet. He offered one of the fucking bouncers out coming up the stairs. He fancies himself, big fat fella. I said, I fell on the end. He said, yeah. I said, fucking hell. I said, okay, all right. So Will introduced me, I came up. So he started heckling me straight away. I said, calm down, mate. Big fat fella. Like a bald head, but fat, you know. So I said, we'll find out who pushed you off the wall. See? Yeah. And you look great on those 3 chairs. So he didn't like it. And I said, didn't you get knocked over during a petrol strike? He said, what do you mean? I said, you dragged the fella out the car You said, didn't you see me? And he says, see ya. I didn't have enough petrol to go round you. See? Didn't like it. Anyway, started kicking off. So he's kicking off and he's shouting out and all this, and I'm trying to be clever and started making a bad atmosphere with the crowd. I could see people are getting a bit, oh, look, what's going on here? So the lads that they had upstairs, they were standing at the back of the room. So I said, ladies and gentlemen, just give me a minute, please. We can't continue with this dickhead in the crowd. So I said, hey, mate, get out, go and fuck off. So he's looking at me like that. So the lads come over. I said, get this prick out. It's exactly what I said on the mic. So he shouted something, I'll kill you. He went, I'll kill you, you baldy c***. I said, come on, come and fucking kill me. I said, fuck off. So he jumped up on stage. He just looked like a huge fucking rhino. And I thought, well, I've asked for this. But at the end of the day, you can't let someone chin you in front of your mother, can you? Can you? Or in front of your bird? No. I can't let someone chin me in front of 400 people who are Frankie Allen fans. So even though I might be getting on a little bit and all that, when I saw him in front of me, I went, come on, you fag! Come on, you fag! Like that. And I thought, just as I said that, the lads jumped on him, got him by the shoulders, dragged him away. So, yeah, I've had trouble, I've had bits of trouble. I've had funny things happen in clubs,
What about when you got stabbed? How severe was it?
Quite severe. This is another legacy. There's another thing about being a comedian. You become very sharp in your replies with people, and sometimes you can be too sharp. We were at the Grand National a few years ago. Will was with me, watching the races. It's only around the corner from where we live. So we got the opportunity to go to the Grand National, and it was Ladies' Day. So we go up there, and when you're going in, it's like going to the airport. You go in, and you're screened, in case you're carrying any weapons, knives or whatever. So I don't know how these fellas got in with weapons. So we go in, I'm drinking. Now, believe it or not, it was about 10 years ago. I had a big head of hair then. We're being dark and whatever. I walked over, and I've been drinking. These lads were standing there on a kind of a hill, about 30 lads. Now, Will had gone somewhere with his mates, and there was just one of my son's mates with me. There was two of us. And I'm walking up the hill. So this fella said to me, he could see they fancied themselves, He said to his mate, fucking hell, look at him. Me. He said, there's John Travolta. See? Dark hair, and being dark, When you're a comic, you literally have to bite your tongue off not to come back with something. I should have just ignored him. I said, John Travolta. I said, who the fuck are you, mate? Olivia Newton-John. Okay. So next thing he started pulling faces. He said, I'll fucking kill you. I said, will you? And the next thing is, my son's mate, fighting with this fella. He butted him. We were all fighting and all that. And then Will come round the corner, all his mates. So I had a fucking big scrap on the hill. And I'm hitting this fella. I don't forget. It just felt like I got stung by a bee, on my back and in my neck, Anyway, something happened and they all dispersed. Everyone ran away. It was all finished. So I said to the lads, come on, let's go and get a drink. So as we're walking towards the bar area, these two girls are walking towards me, and these girls started screaming. Oh, what the fuck? I said, what's up? So he just pointed. So I went like that, and when I looked, I could see blood splashing on the floor from my neck, I thought it was gone, Liam. As you know, don't have to tell you, you're an athlete. If it touches your jugular, and it was like a millimetre away from your jugular, if it touches one of those main arteries, you're gone, aren't you? So it was fucking splashing and bouncing on the floor. Oh, my fucking bottle went, mate. I thought I'm on my way out here.
Did you feel your energy drain?
The only thing I could think of, I just said like a prayer. I said, please, God, don't take me away from your son. Don't take me away. Don't let me die today. And then it was like a miracle, something happened. Because when I looked round, the paramedic tent was 2 yards away. This fella came out with like something, whatever it was. And he ran up to me and put it right on my neck straight away. So they came. I felt a bit dizzy. I lost a lot of blood.
So he stabbed you in the neck?
Stabbed me in the neck and in the back. So they radioed through for this doctor to come. Fucking horrible, mate. Horrible experience. So as the doctor's coming through, the doctor and the paramedics, they're panicking. They're going, we can't stop. Where's the blood coming from? Where's it all coming from? They didn't see the stab wounds in my back, you see. They're just concentrating on the neck. Then one of them said, he's been stabbed in the back. Fucking horrible. Anyway, she said, you've lost a lot of blood. We're taking you to hospital. You need a blood transfusion. I said, no, I'm not having a blood transfusion. I'm not having it. So I said, listen, stitch me up here. So they stitched my neck and they stitched me back, a big bandage. It took like 6 months to heal. It was fucking horrible. But that was a horrible experience. But thank God that wasn't in the club. If that would have been in the club, I would have died. It was only because it was next to the paramedic tent that I kind of survived it, really, yeah.
I've been stabbed as well.
Have you?
Yeah, 8 times in one sitting.
You're joking?
Nah. So, I get it.
Were you bad with it, though? Did you lose a lot of blood, Liam?
Yeah, I lost a lot of blood. When I pulled my T-shirt up, I looked at it, it was all pumping out. Like you've seen. And I thought, so I legged it from the fight. It's like, well, there's no point me carrying on this fight because I'm getting stabbed to pieces.
Yeah.
Got over a bank, pulled my T-shirt up and thought, fucking hell, if I lay down, which I needed to do, I'm going to die.
Were you feeling it then? Were you feeling tired?
Once the adrenaline went,
Yeah.
I thought I'm slipping into a state of unconsciousness, yeah. So it's nice to know that when you're talking to someone, I get it. Good times.
Yeah. I mean, but obviously you've survived. You're okay. They stitch you up okay? Or
Yeah, and as soon as I was stitched up, like, I've always thought everything's funny. People will think, fucking, what's he talking about? But as soon as I knew I was going to live, it was back to laughing and joking. But this is years ago when that was sort of live by the sword, die by the sword.
Fucking hell, yeah, it's horrendous, isn't it?
So go back to you then after that. Did you heal all right mentally as well? Did it put you on edge when you went out afterwards or when you were performing?
Yeah, well, what it is with me, and as I say, I've been kind of married to the stage. The stage is my life. I'll go on stage. I collapsed once in a club with internal bleeding in the club. I was dying. I was drinking too much. You know, brandy, and I don't even drink now, but at the time anyway, I'd done something to my liver, got internal bleeding, could have killed me that night. Fell in this fucking dressing room in a club. I was on with strippers in Wallasey, Liverpool, and terrible, I was in agony, and the manager wanted to phone an ambulance. I said, no, I've got to go back on. And I went back on, done another half an hour, 40 minutes, then I went to hospital later on. So I've always been kind of put the stage first, if you know what I mean. I had a driver at the time because I was drinking, you know, and my driver said to me, fucking hell, Frank, you know, after you got stabbed, and when I got filled in, he said, I thought it would have took the edge off you and calmed you down. He said, you've gone worse. I said, you reckon? He said, oh, yeah. He said, you savaged that poor woman tonight, he said. I've never heard anything like it in my life, what you called her. He said, in front of her husband. I said, it's only a laugh. He said, no, he said, but I thought you'd
chill,
be shell-shocked, and you'd go on and you wouldn't. And he said, to be honest with you, I thought you might retire. I said, no, I don't give a fuck.
And fucking good for you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't let that sort of shit stop you. Is there a stage Frankie and is there a home Frankie? Is there two different Frankies?
Frankie Allen on stage is not me, really. It's kind of an alter ego. It's an exaggerated character. But because I've been doing it so long, you can become that character, like a character in a movie and an actor. You can become it. But gradually over the years, not completely, but it's largely taken me over.
Has your acts ever affected your home life, relationships?
Yeah. I was living with this bird. Comedians always worked on a New Year's Eve. See? So this year, this was in like April or May, she went, look, you're not going to work on New Year's Eve this year, are you? I said, why? She went, I want to go out with my mum and dad. Let the new year in. I went, oh, fucking hell. I said, whatever job comes in, somebody rings up, they want me to do a club. She said, well, you can't do it, can you? Tell all these agents, she said, that if you're not off on New Year's Eve, I'm going to leave you. She said, I'll leave you this year unless you dedicate the new year to me. Anyway, I was sitting in the fucking house. It was in the summer. And she kept saying to me, are we okay for New Year's Eve? I said, 6 fucking months away. Yeah, but you promised me that you won't work on New Year's. I said, I won't work on New Year's Eve. Anyway, 2 weeks into December, this fella phoned me up and he went, all right, Frank, fella in Manchester. He said, listen, what are you doing on New Year's Eve? I said, I'm going out with my bird for something to eat. He said, fuck off. I said, yeah. He said, come and do our club. He said, all the lads are getting in. He mentioned a few lads that I know, you know. He said, it'll be fucking even. The lads love you up here. I said, you're joking. He said, I'll give you 300 quid. I went, fucking hell. And then he hit me on a fucking weak spot. He said, Frankie, remember that bird you were chatting of last time you were here? The dark one behind the bar. He thinks you're lovely. So I thought, fuck off, I'm going. So December's going on. I knew I had this job in Manchester. I wasn't going out with her and her mum and dad for a fucking meal and a bunch of flowers. So I left it until a New Year's Eve and she's getting ready. She's doing like that with her hair. She went, 4 o'clock. She went, I can't wait till tonight. I said, I can't. So she looked at me and she said, you're not working, are you? I went, I'll be back by 12 o'clock. So she went fucking berserk. She went crazy, you know. Jumped on me and all that. Fucking trying to scratch me. So she said, I won't be here if you go tonight to that fucking club. Where is it? I said, well, come with me. Getting 300 quid. So I'll give you half fucking money. You can go to sales in January. I said, and then we'll go meet your mum and dad. She said, no, you promised me the New Year's Eve. So anyway, got to 7 o'clock. I knew I had to go out. So she went, when you come back, I won't be here. Anyway, got back and she's gone. Never seen her since. So
And that was the end of that?
That was the end of it. So really, I've not sacrificed my life, you know.
But the stage has
But
always
I put
come
it first.
Yeah.
But having said that, the stage has been very good to me, very kind to me.
What's the stage like now? What's the circuit like now with all this cancel culture? Now and then.
Well, you're very restricted because what you've got, it's like living in this country now. It's like living in Russia, really. You're frightened to say things. I mean, people have been put in jail, haven't they, for text messages, for sending things. It's gone very repressive. But the comedy is the same. You are genuinely scared in case you say something and somebody report you, and you'll get done, get put in jail. So you're very restricted. It's not like it was years ago where there's a bit of freedom of speech. You could say what you wanted to. You can still have a laugh like I do. You can still take the piss out of people. They haven't banned that yet. But I'm sure they will in the future. It's very difficult. And a lot of comics have been banned in certain places. Every football club in the UK banned Frankie Allen. Chubby Brown getting banned all the time. He gets banned by a lot of these local councils. But the stage has been very good to me. Even one of the times when I got filled in, got very badly filled in Manchester with these fellas and all that. Had a bad time, knocked all my teeth out, broke my nose. I thought I was going to get killed.
What happened there?
I'm working in this club. Very fucking rough. And these gang came in, these lads. And a DJ said, Frankie, don't say anything to that crowd. He mentioned the name of them. And I said, why is that? I said, they're very bad. He said, they done a fella in last week in the chippy. I said, what for? He said, nothing. He only went in for a pie. So I said, fucking hell. So anyway, I went on, started heckling me, all that, you know. So anyway, come off. Fella was kicking off at the bar. I thought he was on his own, but it was about 6 or 7 of them. Anyway, they wasted me. Nearly got killed. All my teeth broken and all that. And it really affected me, this. It affected me. I'm sure I got a bit of brain damage. So I was in a bad way over that. But that was all forgotten about. You know, it was all sorted out in the end.
Evened out the score.
Morally, yeah.
Well, that's good to hear.
But the good news is this. I'm working on the clubs. It was a bad year. The car was fucked. I was crying. Listen to this. I got this fucking car. And I was in a little flat. I was trying to get on my feet. I was having a bad time. Now, I'd forgotten all about 7 months before getting filled in and all that. Forgotten all about that. So the girl that lived next door, this is the same day, honest to God, she knocked on my door. She said, Frankie, she said, a letter there for you downstairs. I said, what is it? She said, I don't know. I said, okay. So I went downstairs. It was a criminal injuries thing.
Compensation.
I'd seen a solicitor 7 months before. Never had any letters off him, a fuck all. Forgotten all about it. Been crying on a fucking couch. Well, this fucking letter, what the fuck's this? And I saw a stamp on the back. Solicitor. I didn't even think. I thought, I'm in trouble here. What's happened here? have I been getting done for something? So I walked upstairs, opened the envelope, 11.5 grand. And this was 30 years ago. It was like getting £1 million now.
Yeah.
It was like getting £1 million fucking pound. I went and bought a brand new car then. Went on holiday. Put a deposit down, bought a nice house. So that's what it's all about, innit? God works in mysterious ways. So out of that terrible situation I was in, forgotten all about it. Even though it was something on stage that had happened to me that was horrendous. Took me a long time to get over it. In the end, I'm driving round, lying on the fucking beach in Tenerife, like that. You know, fucking nose fucking broken, no teeth, out of palate then, you know, before I got my implants, lying there like that. But I had the money. So, yeah, I've been very lucky. I'm very grateful to my career, my life on stage. It's been very kind to me, very good to me.
And what are you doing now on the circuit? Are you back? Are you doing a tour?
We're doing a tour. What we do tours. My boy organises these theatre tours where we go on a tour of the UK, different theatres in different cities, corporate shows, big events. Fantastic. So I've done a lot of work. I've worked on, years ago in the 80s and 90s, there used to be a lot of shows on barges. You'd be on a barge with strippers. Fucking rough though. And the strippers, all the lads are inside the barge. Then I used to go on, about 40 lads, I'd go on with a microphone, little handheld mic, battery thing with a speaker, telling them all gags. And it was great. I used to love it. But then they started getting a bit rough. Some of the lads used to get pissed up. I'd done a show for these lads from Preston, and they were all sitting there, they were all singing. And they were singing, different songs. And one of them, just anything. And one of the lads started singing, "Throw Frankie off the boat." I went, fucking kidding, are they? They're fucking kidding. Throw Frankie off the boat. I was cheering, throw Frankie off the fucking boat. Now, this was about midnight on this fucking canal in the middle of the countryside. There had a few little lights, like fairy lights around the side of the boat, but you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. It was pitch black. The next thing is big fat fella fucking grabs me. And he's running down his barge to throw me off the fucking boat. Gonna kill me. They didn't realise. Throw me into the fucking water. So I just put my arms around his fucking head and I thought, well, if I'm going over, you are as well. But he couldn't get me off him. So I've had some scary moments as well as some strange things that have happened, they're really kind of like weird.
It's weird. Tell me about the video that went viral to end this end this interview, because for me, I mean, how I hadn't heard of you before is beyond me.
Yeah.
Comedians need to come back as they used to be like you. And I think a lot of people would love to see a return of the old school.
Yeah, but what happened, you see, I think in my mind that there must be lads all over the UK who are probably as good footballers as what David Beckham was. But maybe when the scouts came from certain teams to watch a local, they weren't there, they were off sick or something. So there's always that in it, there's always that thing. And that's what I was like. I was going round in circles and I'm going round and round. Nobody dared to me, unknown comedian. And I was getting nowhere for like 30 years. So this particular day, it was Father's Day 2017. It's 6 years ago now. So I get into this fucking club. And there's a fella sitting there who I know very well. He's a friend of mine. He's a boxer, Derry Matthews. He was a world champ at his weight. I think he was lightweight or featherweight. And he had a friend with him, Woodsy. He had a fucking big phone. And he had it propped up against a pint glass. Now, my act is over the top. It's crazy. I'm not saying some of the stuff that I do is kind of like illegal or whatever, but I don't really like it. I didn't want it getting out into the public. So he's got this fucking phone. So I said to him, "You're not filming me, are you?" He went, "Don't you want me to?" I said, No. I said, "I don't want people watching it." I said, "I just want to feel relaxed and be able to say what I want to say." So he said, "Okay, I won't film you." So I went on a stage. This Scottish fella's heckling me. And he's shouting, "I'll put you on your fucking ass. I'll put you on your fucking ass." And I said to him, "You're in court for shagging a cat. But the judge will not believe any Scotsman would put anything in a kitty." See, got a good laugh with that. Then his brother-in-law kind of kicked off on me. "I'll put you on your fucking ass," and all that. So anyway, he went and he came up to me on the stage. And I thought he was going to throw a dig at me. And I pushed him away. Then he went to the toilet and he came back and I had a little bit of a scuffle with him. But when I went home, I didn't really think anything of it. That was happening every week. Things 1,000 times more violent that had happened to me. In my mind, that was a very small thing. So I've forgotten all about it. Anyway, the guy must have kept it in his phone for 12 months. Exactly a year later, on Father's Day 2018, he posted it. So Will rang me up, your son, and he went, Dad, someone's put this video of you. I said, you're fucking joking. And I was all terrified in case to say anything, you know, that could get me into trouble. So I said, I haven't said anything on it, have I? And he went, well, yeah. I said, fucking hell. Oh, my God. I said, get hold of him and get him to take it down. So he said, okay. So then he rang me back. He said, Dad, do you want the good news or the bad news? I said, what's the bad news? He said, I can't take it down. And you have said something on it. I said, fucking hell. I said, what's good news? He said, it's been watched by about 7 million people in about 10 days. I said, you're fucking joking. What's the idea of that? And then it just went 5 million, 7 million. Following week, 16 million. And it ended up being 20 million, 21 million. Then it went on to TikTok and got millions, 7 or 8 million on TikTok. And it just went fucking crazy. Just because of that one incident that happened in that pub. But more extreme things had happened to me in my life. So just thank God that happened, because it went from being totally unknown, completely unknown, just because somebody filmed me and I didn't even want them to film me, went to being kind of like famous, well known. Yeah, great.
I imagine that if you'd have been filmed a lot sooner, you would have been mainstream.
You're so right, because I did in the 80s, 87, went to an opportunity in Oxford, Bob Monkhouse. I actually came second. If I would have won, I'm sure I would have been mainstream on the television, doing a quiz show or something. So in a way, I'm glad I didn't win, because I love doing what I do, being myself, swearing, being offensive, or well, not offensive, but going for it.
Pushing the envelope.
Pushing the envelope, doing what I do, not giving a fuck, just being one of the lads and just having a fucking good laugh. And the people I've met in my life, met you today, met Si, I've met thousands of people all over the UK, lovely people who are just out for a fucking laugh. So it's very heartening. So I really feel as though, you know, thank God I did get a bit of a break. And it's been the making of me. So it just shows you what I'd say to people, anybody's watching this, if you're trying to be a boxer, if you're trying to be a footballer, never give up. You never know. A lot of people would have said, you know, Frankie, you know, even after I got filled in, my mate says to me, Frankie, don't you think it's time to throw the towel in? You know, he says, you're going to end up like a fucking cabbage getting filled in all the time. I said, no, I don't give a fuck. I'll just keep on going till I die. And that's the way I want to die. I just want to die on stage. I want to carry on and carry on. I love doing what I do. I'll never give up. My advice to people, whatever you do not give up. Carry on. You never know when Lady Luck is going to smile at you. You'll get some kind of a break.
And I'll echo that and fully agree. And if my inputs of any use or of any help or any encouragement, I would hope and pray and say, don't ever change.
Well, thanks very much. I've thoroughly enjoyed being on here today. It's been a great experience and lovely to meet you.
Frankie, good health, brother.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, mate. Will.
Right, we're in. Top man.
How
Thanks
are
for
you?
having me, mate. Yeah, great.
Did you enjoy listening to your dad?
Yeah, it was good. It was interesting. Nice to listen to it.
So after listening to your dad's story and how provocative his act can be, I mean, it's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah.
But as a son, and I know that you two are very close because we've spoke off camera.
Yeah.
Has there been moments where you've been worried?
By the time I was of age to understand the risks that would be involved in being that confrontational as a comedian, the playing field was very different. So you've got your comedy club set up, and those old school comics who worked with me dad, I mean, it's very, very lucky. I mean, he's done really well with it, and he's very talented. But when he went viral, when he did in 2018, mate, none of those old school comics are working now. Unless you're in Benidorm or you're on Blackpool or something like that. These guys, where do they go to perform? Because the cabaret circuit's gone. If you're a young up-and-coming comic, you're on a comedy club circuit. But apart from that, no social clubs. There's no sportsman's evenings anymore, rarely. unless they're like really high-end ones that are in like theatres and stuff like that. So to be honest with you, I've never been concerned for his safety, but I've been concerned for the fact that if I know how talented he is and I understand that there's a mass market for that, or even a niche market for it, it would be sad to see somebody do something for so long and be as talented as he is with it and it to go nowhere. I'm just glad that it paid off.
Yeah.
And fair play to him for making sure it did.
So irrespective of the fact that his act is potentially dangerous,
Yeah.
you're too far into supporting him to worry.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's lots of different precautions that we had to put in place when he became a known, like, famous comedian. We have a technical rider that we put into venues where there has to be a certain level of security, excessive heckling. Now, the show is about heckling all day long. Go toe-to-toe, have it, no holds barred. Someone comes in, yeah, of course, they've got license to talk back and have a shout and all the rest of it.
How do you feel when you hear people heckling your dad?
I love it because I know that now people are there to see him. And because he's the name on the ticket, great. Before that, that's when it becomes problematic. If you're just don't get me wrong, like if you're an unknown comedian and you're going in effing and blinding and calling fellas this, that and the other, people are going to take the ump. But if they paid 20 quid to 25 quid to come and see and go, I want this is what I'm after, and they're there with all the lads in the ready to shout back, it's all fun and games. What I hate is like if someone's come along, like we did a show in Mexbred the weekend, Sunday night, lovely audience, only 100 people, nice intimate space. I know the promoter really well, so happy to do it. And there's a fella on the front row and he sat with his missus, but just like that the whole way through. And you think, you know what it is. It says the UK's most feared comedian. Like, it's no holds barred, it's game on. That's what you're coming for. Yeah, it's a bit weird to come as a date night, but maybe they both like it, so fair enough, because it's usually groups of fellas. But yeah, I more so get annoyed when people aren't getting involved, because that you're there for a purpose.
That's what it's all about.
You know, it's what it's all about, man. Yeah, of course.
And tell me what your role and responsibilities are within the team.
Okay, I'm sure there's lots of people watching this who understand that it's difficult working with family, and that can become problematic. And it's, it's a very interesting dynamic. My dad's probably laughing behind me here, but all it was my game. I've been an entrepreneur doing lots of different things, and but I've always been a marketeer. So whether that was in football or I did book publishing for a while or music festivals or whatever it is, I know how to market. And my dad went viral with this video clip in 2018, and I was watching that unfold. So I'd set his website up for him and all the rest of it, and it was just a personal phone number line. That's what it was. Frankie Allen, phone here for bookings. And being honest with you, and I mean, he'd admit that himself, at that point in time, it was slim pickings. Bookings were few and far between. That's why you could have his own mobile phone number on the website, because he wasn't getting hundreds of calls a day. He might get 10 a week, you know what I mean? And I was sat opposite him in a cafe, and he was having his breakfast, and this video had gone viral, and all of a sudden it was picking up steam and picking up steam and picking up steam. And I understood what a kind of chance moment that is. And when I'm saying viral, I'm talking like mega viral, like really viral. And unfortunately for him, not through his own platforms. So it was all through organic posts of, some random guy on Facebook would post it up north, and then someone else down south, and then might go viral on TikTok and some random other place and all the rest of it. So it was not as though if you hadn't have acted on it and it hadn't have been done right, it's like winning a small amount of money on the lottery. That's how I always describe it. So you win 100 grand on the lottery, it's not going to automatically change your life. You might be able to go out and have a bit more of a lavish lifestyle for 18 months, and that could go completely. Or you invest it correctly, you build a bit of a foundation for yourself, and in 5 years, 10 years time, that money that was invested has been saved properly. So I was sitting there witnessing it and watching it, and I just thought, you know what, I feel like it's my place to step in here, because I knew that it was a very, very rare opportunity. And all I was interested in was, if I can elevate my dad's profile to a theatre comedian, which is what we've done. So the profile is of a level where, you know, it never drops from that point. If you've done a national UK theatre tour and you've sold 1,000 tickets a show, you're winning then. Because even if you drop off the edge of a cliff, like, you're still a name that's strong enough to sell tickets. At that point, you're always financially stable. So that was me win. That was like, right, that's happening. So we did that. Started off by taking flat fees in pub venues, social clubs, stuff like that. Packed the diary out. But that was going to dwindle quickly if I didn't have, one, an elevation of production in the show, make the show a little bit slicker, bring a support comedian in, have some cool banners, some intro music, make it a little bit more of a slick operation, elevate the level of the venue. And this is a bit boring probably to people who are watching this, but I had to be able to get data from the ticket buyers to be able to filter into our fishing net and grow that. So started self-promoting, which was my background anyway, in February of 2019. And then we just elevated it from 54 tickets on the first show that we did as a self-promoted show up to 700, 800, 900, 1,000, which is great. So
yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
So you do all the back office stuff for your dad.
Yeah.
And steer the ship.
Steer the ship. So yeah.
And where can people find yours and your dad's social media profiles?
Okay, Frankie Allen, right across the board. We put vlogs out on YouTube. We have a podcast as well. But the vlogs are the big thing. You know, we go around the country, we vlog our travels and our trips. Backstage, no holds barred access to every show, and it's fantastic. frankieallen.co.uk is where you can find all your tickets. But he's also available to book. So you can book the full show, you can book Frankie on his own. And what we're doing is for the next 6 to 12 months, we're doing smaller venues on flat fees. And, you know, we're available to book in like, I don't know, a local social club or a local smaller venue. And what we're going to try and do is pack the diary out, let Frankie be in his zone, in that space, develop new material, and go on a big UK theatre tour again for 2025.
Well, that's going to segue nicely into the final question of the day. This is the main reason why I actually wanted you to sit opposite me. I'm a sucker for a beautiful father and son relationship.
Yeah.
And I want today's conversation to be remembered forever by both of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you both to be able to look back at it with love in your eyes and warmth in your heart. So the question is, and you don't even know this is coming, and neither does Frankie, just tell me what it is the most you love about your dad and how much he means to you. And this is going to be out there in the atmosphere forever.
The thing that's admirable about my dad, life is hard for a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. And I'm sure you've been in a position, I've certainly been in a position, and a lot of people watching this have been in a position where you go through tough times in your life and that light at the end of the tunnel is very, very difficult to envision. You've got to be unwavering in your belief that things will get better, despite the fact that there may not be any sign of positivity whatsoever. You may be staring down the darkest tunnel. Despite you going through the worst time of your life, struggles, whatever hardship you're going through, there will always be a light at the end of the tunnel. And I think the important story that my dad has lived is, look, stay true to yourself. The guy's seen so much adversity in his life. To be able to come through that and to be still standing is fantastic, and testament to him, but also testament to him when you're older in life and your dreams haven't been fulfilled, and you've got people around you that are saying to you, shouldn't you be doing something else? Haven't you given up by now? Why haven't you thrown the towel in? And to be able to be like, no, that's me. It's happening. Trust me, it's happening. I don't give a fuck what you think. There's a great quality in being able to keep going despite all the chips being down.
Just to consolidate that for simplicity, what is it you love about your dad the most?
He doesn't give up. doesn't give up on anything. That's it. He hasn't given up on himself, on me, on tough times. Yeah, he's great.
And despite only meeting him today,
Yeah,
that's also what I love about him the most.
that's what it's all about, man. And you know, to anyone who's watching this, going through tough times now, take that as a piece of inspiration. You know, me and you have spoke about tough times that you've been through. Me and you've only met each other today, but it's resilience that counts across the board with anything you're going through. That's what makes moments like this, where you can just share a bit of space with somebody.
Well, I'm glad that you agreed to come and share this little bit of space. It's appreciated. And yeah, today's been a joy. So, Will,
Top man.
God bless you, mate.